Hey guys, I'm back again today, this time with a tutorial for One Piece of Pie's original card trick called Saving Sandwich. If you haven't seen her performance yet, then definitely go check it out. I'll put a link on the screen and also in the description box. From her performance, you'll be able to learn the patter, also get the general gist of the effect. Now, the trick itself is impromptu, so you can give the deck a couple of quick shuffles and cuts, and then you should be ready to begin. So you have the spectator select a card. I believe this is the way it's done in the performance. She sets it face down on the table and then cuts it back into the centre. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this part is intentional. Probably is, but it's a very nice setup for the next sleight anyway. So she says that she's forgotten to show the card to the spectator. So she outjogs it, just like so, and then riffles down 1 and 2 cards on top of this packet right over here, and on top of the outjog selection. Then, having done this, she holds a break above the 2 cards right there, and then can flip over that bottom portion, being careful not to flash that there's a card above here. So you flip over your hand, and normally you'd just show this to the spectator like this, but for the purpose of the tutorial, I'll look at it as well. So it's the King of Spades in this instance. You square it up, and they think it's on top of here, so they think you're putting it in the centre, but it is in fact still second from the top. Once you've done that, you explain that most magicians are able to normally control a selection to the top. While you're doing this, you grab a break underneath the top card on your left hand, which is the selection. So you say something along the lines of that, and you can flip over the card and say that you've been able to do it in this instance as well. The spectator should then tell you, if they've memorised it correctly, that this is not in fact their selection. So you say that you understand and you'll try again. So you want to flip over the card, but if you flip it over at the break where you have the selection below it, then you're obviously going to turn the selection face up and flash. So what you want to do is the KM move. Now this is basically in a very short tutorial where you're flipping over the card and flipping your left hand palm down so that you can pull out this card right here, which would end up face up. But you're doing it this way around, like so. So you're cleaning up this card. So I'll quickly do that so you guys can see what it looks like. You're flipping it over, you're pulling out that card right there. So that leaves you clean, but it still leaves you with the face-up selection right over here. So you keep your hand palm down, and you put this card right back on top over there, the same way around as the deck, so it covers up the face-up selection. Now, that's all meant to be done pretty quickly. Then you can do a pinky count, so you have a break underneath 3 cards right over here, because you're going to perform a triple lift. So you do your triple lift, and now because the selection is face down, you can cleanly show the top card, whereas you actually have another face-up card below the selection right over here. So you show this card and you pretend that this is now their selection, and once again they should tell you that it's not. So you say that you'll use the power of the second card and the first card, the 9 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds in this case, to find the selection. So you get them to cut the deck, or you can do it yourself. You spread through and show that they've successfully trapped one card. You take it out and you show that it is the selection, in this case the King of Spades. So I'll do one more quick run through for you guys, and that should be it for the tutorial. So you have them select a card. Let's say it's this one right over here. You outjog it, riffle down 2 cards, and then flip over your hand, show the selection, in this case the 9 of hearts, and pretend to lose it into the centre, when it is in fact still second from the top. You say that most magicians are able to control the selection to the top, and you've been able to do the same, because the 9 of diamonds was their selection. They'll say it wasn't, so you do the KM move and put it right back on top of the deck. You then perform a triple lift like so. then you say that this is their selection, the 5 of clubs. Once again, they'll tell you that it's not, so you then say you'll combine the power of the 9 of diamonds and the 5 of clubs to find their selection. So you cut it into the deck, you spread through, and you show that they have successfully caught one card, the selection, the 9 of hearts. So once again, if you haven't seen One Piece of Pie's performance, there will be a link on screen, as there has been throughout the whole tutorial, and hopefully you guys could learn from this tutorial, and hopefully I will see you all again next time.